What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Fight Night MMA. After a dominant win at UFC 320, Alex Pereira is eyeing a fight against Jon Jones at the UFC White House card in 2026. Bowden is confident to move up to the heavyweight division and become the first fighter to become champion in 3 different weight divisions in UFC history. Dana White also commented on Alex Pereira's plans to move to heavyweight, noting that jumping 2 weight classes in the UFC is a significant step compared to boxing. He mentioned that the light heavyweight division still offers exciting matchups and questioned why Pereira would move up unless he's considering retirement.
What is your hesitation about him going up to heavyweight? He's mentioned it a few times in the past. He always wanted that Jon Jones fight, and I understand why maybe that fight wasn't appealing to you, but what is your reservations about sending him to heavyweight at this point?
Probably that he was a middleweight. He was a middleweight, and he's going to jump up 2 weight classes in the UFC. It's not like jumping up 2 weight classes in boxing. It's a big jump.
And as far as Yuri's performance,
and it's not that I have any reservations about it. I mean, the guy is he's in a division that there's still some interesting fights. I don't know. It's just I like the guy so much. We'll see. We'll have to talk about it. I just don't see why, unless he wants to retire, why throwing him in at heavyweight makes any sense. Other than I just end up saying he wants to do it so bad, I'll just say yes. I don't know.
Michael Bisping also reacted to Alex Pereira's desire to fight Jon Jones at the White House. He explained that Pereira told Dana White in person that he wants to move to heavyweight, not just to face the winner of Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall. Instead, Pereira aims for a high-profile showdown with Jon Jones, widely considered one of the greatest of all time.
So the question is, what's next? Now, of course, he wants to go to heavyweight. Dana White said that he saw him at the Performance Institute on Friday. He told Dana face to face he wants to go to heavyweight, and you would assume that by going to heavyweight, he would mean wanting the winner of Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall, which goes down in just a couple of weeks. But that's not what he wants. He wants to take on Jon Jones at the White House, the greatest of all time, depending on who you ask, of course. We're not getting into that whole debate, but that's what Pereira wants.
Michael Bisping said Alex Pereira deserves some exciting opportunities given his comeback, thrilling performances, and the fan base behind him. He noted that while fans like Yuri, Prochazka, and Glover Teixeira are options, Pereira has already beaten Yuri twice, and a fight with Glover would likely favor Pereira due to striking advantages. Bisping concluded that the most entertaining option would be a high-profile showdown with Jon Jones, even at the White House.
Now, I will say this, the man should be afforded some wild opportunities. What he did, the way he came back, the way he thrills audiences, the knockouts that he's had, the career that he's had, the impact that he's made on this sport, and the fan base that will once again be behind him is immense, okay? So I say give the man some fun fights. Yes, of course, there is Carlos Ulberg out there, and there is Yuri Prochazka. Yuri, I could not be a bigger fan of that guy. I love that guy, but he's been beaten by Alex twice. I hate to say it.
Michael Bisping further discussed the idea of Alex Pereira fighting Jon Jones, calling it a massive matchup. However, he expressed that he would personally prefer to see Pereira face Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane, likely Aspinall. Bisping highlighted that a win would make Pereira a 3-division UFC champion, an unprecedented achievement. He explained that claiming titles in 3 weight classes would firmly establish Pereira as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, fighters in UFC history.
Is Alex Pereira going up against Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane? More than likely, Tom Aspinall, let's be honest, he's probably going to win against Cyril. Alex Pereira has the opportunity to become a 3-weight division champion, something that no one's ever done. That's never happened. We've had many double champs. We've had several simultaneous double champs, but no one has gone through 3 different weight classes and became the champion. There will be no doubt that Alex Pereira would be the greatest undisputed fighter.
Ariel Helwani believes that if Alex Pereira defeats Jon Jones and then Tom Aspinall, the debate about the GOAT becomes extremely compelling. He noted that Pereira is on the brink of making genuine history in MMA.
Right, if he fights Jon Jones and beats him,
yeah,
and then goes and fights Tom and beats him, you have to start talking about him being the greatest ever.
He's the GOAT if he does that.
Period. There's like no discussion anymore.
No, there's no convo if he does that.
So it's right there.
Imagine?
He's got a 2-fight plan. And by the way, the money, I can't imagine what it's going to be. This guy was a few Magomed takedowns away on Saturday from like now us talking about him fighting, you know, Mingyang Zhang next. You know what I mean? And now he has set himself up.
Henry Cejudo proposed a Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira BMF fight, saying it could even headline a White House event. He noted that while Jones might skip Tom Aspinall, facing Pereira, now an even bigger name after his win, would be a major spectacle. Cejudo suggested it could serve as both Jones and Pereira's final fight, making it a historic showdown.
I think what's next for Merab is the winner of Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Bautista. I think because of that close fight that he did have with Umar. I mean, I feel like it's well deserved, especially if he gets through a guy like Mario Bautista. And that's it, bro. The winner of this fight, Merab beats the winner out of this fight of Mario and Bautista. I think he should go up to 145 pounds. And you know what? Call me crazy, Kush.
Henry Cejudo shared a story about Jon Jones' late brother Arthur, explaining how he influenced Joe's rise to greatness. He recalled Jones saying that Arthur, a top-level wrestler before playing football, used to dominate him physically. Cejudo suggested that being pushed and challenged by his older brother helped shape Jon Jones into the fighter many now consider the GOAT.
And even some of the stories that John used to tell me about his brother, he's like, dude, my older brother used to beat the shit out of me. Like, he was really high level wrestling. He was one of the best, if I recall correctly. He was one of the top wrestlers in the country too for wrestling before he transitioned into football. But John had nothing but like, dude, my brother used to just beat out of me. Why is Jon Jones the greatest of all time? It's probably because he got bullied by his older brother, Arthur Jones, man. So it's a sad news for mixed martial arts. It's unfortunate, Kamaru. I mean, things like this happen. Like, I felt it too, man, even though, you know, I wasn't super close with Arthur, but it stings, man. It just hurts. Let's just let you know that you're here one day and then, you know, you could be gone the next.
Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall reacted to Poten's win at UFC 320 and admitted he underestimated Alex Pereira after seeing his rapid knockout. He praised Pereira's performance as very impressive, noting how quickly he controlled the fight in just over a minute. Aspinall also wondered what Pereira's next step would be, whether moving to heavyweight or taking another light heavyweight bout, leaving the decision to the UFC.
Ankalaev just doesn't seem to be able to get anything off so far. Pereira keeping a perfect distance here. Ankalaev switched orthodox now. I don't know why. Wait, he's not usually orthodox. Oh! He's caught him. He's like pulled guard on him. He's covering up, he must be hurt. Oh, he's using the 12 to 6s. He's not, he's going to get stopped. Boom. There it is. What's that? 1 minute? 1 minute 20? Something like that? 1 minute 30? Pereira just absolutely ran through and look, I was wrong. That's very, very, very impressive.
Does he move to heavyweight now, or does he fight Yuri, or what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I'm sure that's his decision. Who's next for Pereira? See what he wants to do. Ulberg's just won. Ulberg's very good. Maybe I know he's been talking about coming to heavyweight, so see what the UFC want to do.
Tom Aspinall humorously explained that if he fought Alex Pereira at heavyweight, he'd charge across the octagon like a rugby player and try a takedown right away. He described his go-to move, a full-speed spear he practiced against Elowski, but admitted it's risky because he almost hurts himself executing it. Aspinall said he saved this explosive maneuver for special high-stakes moments.
Well, the belly'd go, and I'd run across, full blast, and rugby tackle him, is what I'd do.
Go straight for the takedown?
First 10 seconds of the fight, yeah. Well, I've got one very reliable takedown that I do. If you watch my fight with Arlovski, did it there.
Spear.
The spear, yeah. It's undefeated in training. The problem is when you do it, you nearly knock yourself out. So I don't do it that much because you just run into a full blast with your head. So I save that for rare moments, but that's the exact takedown I do. Full blast, mate. 40-yard dash straight across, head in the middle, full-on spear, yeah.
Jiří Procházka joked about Alex Pereira moving to heavyweight, saying he might follow him there, and he emphasized that the light heavyweight division still feels like this. But if Pereira leaves, he wants a title shot against someone else in the division. Jiří also congratulated Pereira and his team on the win, expressing that he genuinely wanted to see him succeed.
If Alex does go to heavyweight, and you know,
I will go to the heavyweight too. I know, man. Right now, I still feel like light heavyweight division is mine. And what's the question?
The question is, if he does go to heavyweight, is that a fight that you're not going to feel the story is complete unless you get that one done?
Man, that's right. That's right, because I already congratulate him, congratulate Glover and all his team, because I was really happy that I saw him like that he won, because loses, winning with him, that doesn't matter. But I really wished him the win. So right now, if he wants to jump to the heavyweight, give me somebody for a title chance in the light heavyweight.
On the other hand, Merab Dvalishvili also got another win this year as he defeated Corey Sandhagen at UFC 320. However, the Gregorian fighter has surprised everyone by revealing his wish to fight for the 4th time in 2025. Merab Dvalishvili plans to ask Dana White for a favor after UFC 323 to schedule one more title defense in December. He wants to make history as the first champion to defend his belt 4 times in a year, and Merab said his message to Dana and Hunter Campbell would be that he's ready for any main or co-main event in December and willing to face whoever they think deserves it. He just wants the opportunity.
What would be your message to Dana and to Hunter Campbell now to get that fight in December and try to make history as the first champion to ever defend the title 4 times in 1 year?
My message will be, if they have a spot like a main event or co-main event, I would love to fight December, no problem. And whoever they think deserved more, and I'm ready. I just want to tell them I'm ready. If they will give me this favor, that would be nice.
Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria shared a heartfelt message for Merab Dvalishvili after his UFC 320 win, calling him a living legend. He praised Merab's hard work, sacrifice, and heart, and emphasized that beyond being a fighter, he's an incredible person with a big soul. Topuria expressed love, support, and unwavering encouragement for Merab's journey. Ilia Topuria said, "Brother, we've reached the point where your victories seem almost normal. But we all know how hard it is to get there. I say it with pride, you're a living legend. An example of hard work, sacrifice, and heart. Beyond the fighter, you're an incredible person with a soul too big for your chest. We love you, we support you, and we are with you every step of the way." Sean O'Malley reacted humorously to Merab Dvalishvili's UFC 320 win over Corey Sandhagen, joking about being one of the few fighters Merab didn't secure a takedown against. He laughed at himself, saying, "I didn't let them get that many takedowns on me. I'm a failure."
God, Merab's good. He reminds me of Sugar Sean. Oh! Knee up the middle. Oh my God, Merab just knocked out. Oh, Merab knocked out Corey! Merab knocked out Corey! Stop! Holy no, he's not done yet. First UFC fighter to land 100 takedowns. Only 5 of those were on me. I didn't let him get that many takedowns on me because I didn't get up. I'm a failure. Merab's laughing, standing up, raising his hands in the middle of the rounds. God, he's Merab Dvalishvili beat the out of Corey. In my opinion, Corey is one of the best fighters in the UFC, and Merab just beat him up. Crazy to think that I finished Merab. How do you not like Merab? He's like, I don't want to say what he'd like. You know what I mean? How can you hate a guy like that? I don't see anyone beating Merab unless I fight him again in Trilogy at the White House.
On the other hand, Merab Dvalishvili's coach, John Wood, said it's hard to imagine a tough fight for him. He explained that Merab dominates his opponents and analyzes them quickly, adding that his mental approach operates on an entirely different level. However, Daniel Cormier still believes Umar Nurmagomedov is the only fighter who can challenge Merab. Cormier explained that most opponents won't be able to keep up, as Merab's constant takedowns make him extremely difficult to prepare for and defeat. Daniel Cormier said, "I got to tell you, I think Umar Nurmagomedov is probably the one guy that can challenge him. Everyone else cannot stay with him. It's going to be very difficult for guys to figure out how to beat him, because he's just going to be hitting them with takedowns. He's a very hard challenge to prepare for." Meanwhile, Merab's coach, John Wood, shared his thoughts on a possible fight between Merab Dvalishvili and Alexander Volkanovski. He said he loves the matchup, noting that while Volkanovski may have slightly cleaner striking, Merab's relentless pace, even at a higher weight, makes him very difficult to handle. Wood added that the fight would be fascinating, since both fighters are incredibly tough and highly skilled.
So I love that fight. I mean, it's a pick'em fight. fight. You know, Volkanovski might have a little more clean stand-up, but we're getting there, man. Like the fact of the matter is that I'm not trying to reinvent Merab to be this clean striker, this clean wrestler, this clean. Merab is Merab, and our job is to keep him that way, and that's what keeps him so special. So it would be an interesting fight, man. It really would. I don't think, like I said, the pace of Merab, even in a bigger weight class, is just so hard to deal with. So hard to deal with. And it ain't like Corey, man. Corey's a big dude too. Like he's big last night. Like he's the size of those most of those 45ers. You know, he could go up easy. O'Malley too. You know, so I think we've dealt, like, you can see that range and length isn't a problem. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how long you are. Merab's going to get there. And so it really does with Volk. It's an interesting match because they're just both so gosh darn tough, and they're both so gosh darn good.
John Wood also compared Pantoja to Merab Dvalishvili, calling him the Merab of the bantamweight division. He said that if Merab faces Pantoja, it would be an exciting and classic Merab-style fight. Wood praised Pantoja as a skilled and dangerous champion, but expressed confidence that very few fighters could get past Merab in their division or lower.
Pantoja's a fantastic champion, dominant champion. He's the Merab of that division. That division just doesn't get a whole lot of love. You know, the 125 division's never been really built out to be a thing, so it sucks for those guys that are so good to like be stuck there, and then, you know, that they don't really, the UFC doesn't really seem to want to develop or bring new blood in, or, you know, really once every great moon they bring in a, you know, a somebody or something to come and try to show up and deal with some, you know, add some new life to it, but it just doesn't ever seem to resonate. So, you know, what I would say is that if he comes up, I love the fight. You know, I think it's a great fight for us. I think it's a typical Merab fight. I think that Pantoja is a great champion and very dangerous and very well coached. You know, I'm a huge fan of his coach and his team, and it'd be an honor to fight him. But I just don't see anybody getting through Merab anytime soon in our division, or anybody, you know, below our division.
So this is all we have from today's videos, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe to our channel to get more updates about this highly anticipated encounter.